So, dear Dharma practitioners, be comfortable yourself and relax your body. We're going to start our ongoing meditation session now. So keep your back straight, neck head straight in one line, and your right palm on your left. And gently close your eyes and bring your attention to this bell sound. So while you're focusing to the sound, you can mentally relax your body, relax your mind, relax your breathing with your thoughts. Do nothing extra. Just follow the sound, please. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Homage to the Blessed One, the Exalted One, the fully Enlightened One. So, dear Dhamma practitioners, before we start our practice session, we'll take few minutes to understand how this meditation can help for us. And at the same time, we have to be very clear with the practice and how this meditation we can practice and what is the method. And because when you have the clear understanding, the idea about meditation will help you to get into the right place. But the idea itself doesn't help, but it is very important. It gives a direction. So, but the direction itself doesn't take you to the destination. So what you understand as meditation, because nowadays people come with different interpretations, and there are different categories, many kind of divisions in mental practice regarding our development. So when it comes to personal development, it is depend person to person, culture to culture, tradition to tradition, maybe country to country, generation to generation. The personal development or the personal growth is different. Even though it is conventionally different, when it comes to our spiritual practice, there is no difference. So in today's world, when it comes to personal development, personal growth, personal success, mostly it counts by these material things. And it depends on the material success. And it mostly depends on the desires, wishes, hopes. So as example, if you able to fulfill your hopes or the desires, you are a successful person. But when it comes to deeper spiritual practice, if you fulfill your desires, you are more failure. You are more into samsara. Why? Because your hopes, your desires come out of your past experience. And your any desires come out of the mental formations. So your mental formations related to the greed, hatred, and the delusion. So then when you fulfill your desire means you increase your greed, hatred, and the delusion. So fulfilling desires doesn't mean you are success. So you have seen in very reason the human history, like 100 years. If you look, this all the material success, well-known people in the world, and we can bring many examples. Their life is kind of like more chaos. So then doesn't mean that achieving to the personal development with the material world going to bring the ultimate satisfaction. But today, when it comes to meditation, so the mostly people visualizing, dreaming, chanting, hoping, praying for, go towards that the dream state build up in their mind with the lust or the greed or the needs. So then what is this meditation? So this is not kind of like gaining something. This is the method we develop to purify our mind. Purify from what? So mainly the greed, hatred, and the delusion. And for that, in the very first level, we have to purify our mind from informations or perception. So then why the mind go with the perception? Because mind itself depend on perception. Mind go with the perception because when you don't have the very clear intention, the mind go with anything, whatever available. So in meditation, to purify your mind, cultivate your mind, in the very first level, we come to a point to get a primary mental object, and we put our attention with the intention towards it and be with that. So then when we get the primary mental object, we have to be very careful. Whatever that object should not influence your deeper greed, hatred, and the delusion. So then we cannot take any mental object related to our past. Why? So far in our life, the most of things happened with related to the greed, hatred, and the delusion. Even in the outside world, any object, if you look, there is something deeper inherent with it, related to the greed, hatred, or the delusion. Maybe it is invisible. So, but there is something in the very present moment with your deeper inhalation, exhalation, or the sensation within your own body, when you're able to concentrate to inside feelings, sensation in that very moment, there is no greed, hatred, and the delusion. Just as example, if you able to settle down your mind with your own body, there is no greed, hatred, and the delusion. So always the greed, hatred, and the delusion arise when the mind go away from the body. So then you keep it very simple. Then you can understand it. Always the greed, hatred, delusion arise when the mind go away from the body. So if you able to keep the mind in your body, then you are the work with your field. You are safe. And at the same time, you have to find a sensation or the feeling related to the present moment. Not to visualize. The something should be real. So that's why we get the inhalation, exhalation. And once you settle down with it, you're able to come to a point to see the very nature of life. So why, without coming to that point, why we cannot see this? Because when our mind depends on ideas or perception, the mind has no power to recognize our own reality. So what is this our own reality means? Just imagine yourself. Now you are sitting in front of your computer or cell phone. Just imagine you within a few minutes, you close your eyes. And there are a lot of things related to you around. How about that everything take out from you? It's everything. When this everything, all the relationships and all these material things, ownership, that all the asset that related to you, that everything take out, erase from you, from your name. Even the husband, wife, children, they all go out of you. You become just simple you. How are you going to feel? So this is what happens. If you're thinking about your husband or wife, parents, children, brothers, sisters, friends, partners, the material things, if you're thinking about that and try to understand what will happen to you, you will feel miserable. Oh, without that, how this is going to be? But if you're able to see without that anything, without comparison, without getting help out of that anything, if you just try to simply settle down within yourself and try to understand, you feel bliss. So understand that two different ways. The very reality of life. So the mostly in day-to-day life, why we feel miserable? Because mostly we try to understand life comparing something to, with the help from something. That's why we feel miserable. But when you're able to see the life itself without getting help from anything, then you see how beautiful it is. How comfortable, how natural it is. How powerful it is. When you get out of all the boundaries and all the relationships and all the responsibilities, then you totally become so comfortable and free. That freedom itself not depending from something. But if you think that mostly we try to understand the freedom related to something, that's why even we cannot understand the meaning of the freedom. So the meditation will take you to a place which you can experience the essence of your existence or the life without comparison, without help from anything. And once you are able to understand that, you will understand how valuable this moment, how blissful this moment. And that is where you're going to appreciate that. So that's why we need certain time, method, discipline, practice to get into that. Why? Because mostly we are addicted to, we learn to understand life, see life, experience life with the help of something. So that way you cannot get into the bottom of life. But we think the life is like that. See, the way that we understand life is very different. And so when you get into the practice, and little by little, when you're trying to settle down yourself within your own body, within your own sensation, within your own inhalation, exhalation, with your own mind, you have to remember, sometimes it go here and there. It's not going to happen right away like this. It may take time. But what does practice mean? Practice means you recognize, you went out of the primary mental object, and as soon as possible you understand it and you come back. So when you go wrong, as soon as possible you come back to the right place. That is what important. That is what you should develop. You shorten the duration of the wrong path and you come back to right. Otherwise, in very conventional life, we all go wrong way. But how about if you don't spend so much time there, right away you come back to the right place? That is a skill. That is make you powerful inside you. So develop that. Don't try to hold it to, no, I'm going to be here with my primary mental object. I'm going to settle down with like that. Don't push too much. No, just be relaxed, comfortable, and keep observe, watch, and learn to see. But if it is go away, and rather than getting lost and spending so much time with it, as soon as possible, come back to the center. That make you little by little. Maybe the duration going to be little longer first time, and the second time duration going to be shorter. Third time is still maybe you go wrong way, but the third time the duration, the the wrong path, the wherever your mind go, you're not going to so much time there. The duration going to be shorter. Little by little, the duration going to become shorter, and in a certain level, naturally, the mind going to settle down. That is what you need. So once the mind come to that level, the effort inside you going to become more relaxed, comfortable. You don't need too much effort to go with the primary mental object. So then your body, mind, breathing start to settle down as one. That is what called tranquility state, samadhi. So once you settle down in the tranquility state, you may see your mind, your awareness, and your body more clearly, and thoughts more clearly. And in that level, mostly we see this awareness or the consciousness exists. It's kind of like the same way. The body change, thought change, environment change, experience change, but the experiencer the same. So in tranquility state, that's what we understand. But if you go a little bit deeper, if you settle down with the tranquility state, you cannot go deep. But if you start to analyze the tranquility state within yourself, then you will see the observer, the experiencer, the subject, consciousness, also moment by moment, change. But why in the first level we cannot see that change? Why we see that it's kind of like the same consciousness? Because it changed so fast and it deeply connected to each and every thought and experience. It's like the ocean. There is no such a thing called ocean. It's if you able to take out drop by drop water and disappear it, drop by drop, the water, if you able to take and disappear and completely erase from this world, in a certain level, this ocean not going to be like this. But today when we see the ocean, see, there's something. But we don't see there's a drop of water. But end of the world, this water little by little evaporate. And this ocean going to dry. This whole earth going to be just the land, the water going to disappear. But today we see there is something. So your awareness, your consciousness also like that. Drop by drop, the experience collected, that the collective experience create your consciousness. Now you feel there's something like that. There's somebody like that. But you're able to settle down and go deeper and analyze the experience, the moment by moment. Then you're able to come to a point to see how it has a relationship with the consciousness. And then you can understand out of the experience how the consciousness comes. So if you cannot see the experience, if you cannot see the sensation, if you cannot see the perception, if you cannot see the moment of happening, and how you can go beyond that and understand it. So that's why in the very first level, we have to tranquilize our mind And then slowly, little by little, come to analyze the deeper experience. So you can do this. All this 2,600 years during this Buddha's time to today. And there are a lot of enlightened masters. There are a lot of human beings able to do that. You are capable to do that. That's why the Buddha come to human world and teach this. So you are capable to do this. So only thing is you should put little bit attention and awareness and keep your awareness and just keep practice yourself. Give some times for that. Like you giving time to everything. You take time for things. That's why you can experience that things. And so then give some time for you to experience the very essence of your life, the reality of life. Rather than maintaining this information, so maintaining this conventional, maintaining this outside layer of life, give some time to experience the deeper essence of your life. It's worth for you. Why? Because this outside maintaining things, that the life you maintain, it's going to go, everything going to go. It related to outside things. It all going to go one day. So then if you deal with that, hold with that, clinging to that, depend on that, one day you're going to feel sorry. Don't wait till that day come to you. If you didn't hear this, it is okay because you don't know, but now you know that you heard it. So then don't wait till that day come for you. Work yourself. Little bit, give time to experience who you are. Without help, without depending from anything, without comparison, try to experience your life just by itself. Then you're going to see something in you which you're going to be so happy, that make you really happy, and at that moment so beautiful. And when you're able to experience that, you will recognize the beauty of this human existence. And that is where you can walk more deeper and forward. So this time we're trying to put our effort to bring that experience to ourselves. So settle down with your posture. We're going to practice a little bit, and your right palm on your left, and neck head straight in one line. And gently close your eyes and bring your attention to your body, please. And scan head to toes 3 times yourself and say Suapatveva, or may I be well and happy 3 times. Take a moment and think. We gathered here in this moment to practice this ancient meditation technique. All the Buddhas, all the enlightened masters followed this path and achieved wisdom. So we also gathered here to accumulate that knowledge. In this moment, with this sitting, may my body become more comfortable. May my breath be more smooth. May no difficulties come to me. May all the success come to me. Also think for a moment. This is the last moment we're spending in this very lifetime. And detach your mind from all your past memories and as well as any kind of future thoughts. Just try to remain in the present moment, observing the sensation of your inhalations and exhalations. So in the beginning, deeply and gently, breathing, breathe out 3 times and find the sensation, please. And allow your inhalations, exhalations happen itself. Do nothing extra. Bring my attention to your body, please. Observe your posture. We cultivate loving kindness and compassion in our heart and radiate it as a light through entire your compound, village, city, state, country, world, around this universe. Also, as far as you can, through galaxies, other planets, stars, reminding yourself like this. With clear intention, mentally repeat after me. May all living beings in this universe be well and happy. May everyone be happy and safe, and may their hearts be filled with joy. May all living beings live in security and in peace. Beings who are frail or strong, tall or short, big or small, visible or not visible, near or far away. Already born or yet to be born. May all of them dwell in perfect tranquility. Let no one do harm to anyone. Let no one put the life of anyone in danger. Let no one out of anger or ill will wish anyone any harm. Expand the loving kindness and compassion beginning from your heart forward. Visualize yourself and send it as a light. To your backside, to your left side, and to your right side. Downward and upward. To all six directions at once, like the moon, the sun, spread the light, spread the energy without any condition, without any limitation, without any resistance or without any judgment. Let your heart to shine with the loving kindness and compassion from the bottom of it with the maximum effort to the highest. wishing yourself, may all living beings in this universe be well and happy. Say sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. So first of all, we offer this practice to the great qualities of the Buddha, Dhamma and the Sangha. And also by the power of this meritorious deed, may all of us attain to the supreme bliss of Nibbana. Also may all your guardian angels and deities will receive these merits and increase their longevity and protect all of you from any kind of planetary influences or any ill effects. Ettavata cha ammihi sampadam punya sampadam sabbe devanumodantu sabba sampatti siddhya sabbe bhutanumodantu sabba sampatti siddhya sabbe sattanumodantu sabba sampatti siddhya Imaya dhammanu dhamma patipattiya buddhang pujemi dhammang pujemi sanghang pujemi Attaya imaya patipattiya jati jara vyadi maranam ha paribunjisami dhammi punya tammang asavakkaya vahang hotu sabba dukkha pamuncatu. Bless you.